Welcome to this week's legislative report. Senators debated the state's $9.7 billion biennial budget this week. They're expected to pass the budget next week and begin debate on property tax bills the following week. The main focus for counties this week was on LB 644, a bill that would require a joint public hearing of local taxing entities when their tax askings increase, and would require counties to send a personalized postcard showing valuation and tax asking changes for the parcel, contact information for the taxing entity, and information about the joint hearing. The cost of mailing the postcard would be shared by these entities if their tax askings increased. A Revenue Committee amendment was adopted that limits the joint public hearing to 4 entities: counties, cities, school districts, and community colleges. The hearing would be held between August 20th and September 27th, and before any of the 4 entities filed their adopted budgets. The hearing would have to be held after 6 p.m., and each entity would give a brief presentation about their property tax request. Anyone desiring to speak at the hearing would be allowed to do so for a minimum of 3 minutes. The County Board of Equalization would then levy taxes on October 20th rather than October 15th. NACO and representatives from cities, schools, and community colleges have been working on amendments for Select File that would clarify and refine the process. Other potential amendments that were suggested during debate include making accommodations for growth due to inflation, creating an exception for Sarpy County's rapid growth, creating an option for electronic notifications, and allowing a grace period for counties to fully comply with the bill. Another amendment was adopted that mirrors LB 189. It would eliminate taxing entities' ability to extend the payment of property tax refunds over 5 years in the case of a hardship. Currently, if funds aren't available to make the refund, a political subdivision can certify to the county treasurer that a hardship would result and create a serious interference with governmental functions. In the 1990s, many counties used the hardship provision to extend repayments of personal property tax refunds following lawsuits by pipelines and airlines. Under the amendment, the amount of the refund would have to be accounted for in the political subdivision's next budget. Interest would accrue on the unpaid balance at the rate of 9%, beginning 30 days after the date of entry of the final non-appealable order or other action approving the refund. Among other bills advanced this week are measures requested by NACO to strike a requirement to appoint a county surveyor from another county when one hasn't been elected, and a date correction related to the certification of unpaid taxes on semi-annual statements.